Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for episode number 3 of my Sport Spec build. Let's get into what I've done since episode number 2. Obviously you can see I pulled all the graphics off of it and everything but my license letters here. Doing that because I'm changing colors. Comment down below what color you think it's going to be. I already got everything in hand. I'm not going to gel coat it, I'm just going to wrap it. So I already bought the vinyl and I'm just going to wrap this in vinyl and wrap the hull in vinyl just to change the look of it. With all the other HXs out there, most of them don't wrap them or change colors. So they're all the same. I want to be different. And so I'm going to change the colors of mine. Like I said, comment down below what color you think it's going to be. Another one of the things I did is I got rid of the stock handlebars. Still have the stock steering. I don't have an Umi steering or nothing like that. I got rid of the bars, got rid of the pad and all that other kind of stuff. In my other video, you saw I was going to take the bars off of my XP. That poor thing, it's getting all the parts robbed off of it for this thing, it seems like. So I just painted these bars, and then got a new start-stop switch. I shouldn't say I got a new one. I just printed out, went down to my 3D printer over there and printed out a new start-stop switch. And then I got grips for it already. And then I got trigger throttle as well instead of the thumb throttle. So I'll have a trigger throttle on this side over here when it's all said and done. I had to do some modifications because this trigger that I bought, I don't even know where I got this from. Not sure. But the barrel of the throttle cable is smaller than the receiver barrel on here, on my finger throttle here. So I had to I got a lathe and a mill and a 3D printer since episode number 2, so I got some machines in here now. So I had to make a bushing to press inside of here so I could make my barrel fit inside of the finger throttle that I got. Something like, there we go. So now that works like it's supposed to. So anyway, I got a stainless steel bushing in there now. So at least I got a finger throttle that'll work for the application. And the start-stop switch. This is the start-stop switch that's going to go inside of there in my printed housing when it's all said and done. Still got the beeper. I'm probably just going to mount the beeper down inside of the cowl somewhere, I suppose. The beeper is just for overheating. If you happen to get sand into your lines or something like that and it clogs your cooling lines, the temperature sensor on top of the cylinder head sends a signal to this thing to beep, from what I understand. I got a primer kit for it too. It's around here somewhere. So I took the choke off. We'll have a primer kit on it too as well. I want to show you a few things about primer kit and see if any other Sea-Doo guys have the same problem I got. Let's go and look at this. Okay, so I got my primer kit here. You take the choke butterflies out of the carburetor, and the primer kit essentially just injects gasoline through this barb, injects gasoline from the tank through the barb into the carburetors. The idea behind the primer kit is just it has more airflow. But here's my thing: is I have to epoxy these things in. I don't know if you all have the same problem at all with these barbs, but they just slip right in. They even the solid ones, they just slip right in to all of my carburetors. It doesn't matter which one it goes into or where. Any time I've ever gotten a primer kit, I've always had to epoxy these things in there. Curious to know if you all had the same issue with that. I also got I'm going to go with the Pro K flame arresters instead of the Ocean Pro. I bought some adapters for it, but I didn't like them, so I redesigned them and remachined them. It's a design I like better. As far as my engine is concerned, I got a hold of the engine machinist who's boring and honing out my cylinders, and of course he hasn't done anything with them, and it's been over a month, so got a hold of him this week and said, hey man, I need to get these cylinders going because I need to get some practice time in on the machine here before race season starts, which race season's already here, but for the race that I'm going to be focusing on is in June. So Anyway, he's going to have my cylinders done this week, first of next week, he said. So looking forward to that. And then I can start thinking about putting the engine in and getting the rest of this thing all put together and getting ready to get wet on the water. All right, that's all I got for today's video on episode number 3 of the HX Sport Spec build. Looking forward to getting this thing put back together on episode number 4. Always enjoy seeing how many nuts and bolts I have left over after I put a project together. Well, you can find out with me next time on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.